The cards speak. Justice listens. Welcome to the unseen. Truth doesn't hide forever, not from the eyes that see. Spirits stir, clues awaken. Let the seeing begin. Behind every crime, a shadow speaks. I'm Lady Zelda. Welcome to Seeing Crime. Hello, my darlings. Are you ready? It has been something else. Today, and thank you. All of you are so beautiful in here already. And we're going to give a couple of seconds and let everybody come in and just kind of, get a place. Get your snacks. Get some things. Get comfy, because we're going to be talking tonight about remote viewing. We're going to try to peek in the mirrors of Nancy Guthrie's house, and hopefully without anybody there, but you never know. You never know what type of energy that anybody could pop in. I'm muted. No? I'm showing that I'm still, can you guys hear me? Because I don't show that I'm muted. Am I muted? No? Okay. Yes, I'm muted. We hear you. I can hear you. Okay. Good. Okay. For those of you who cannot hear, you may need to refresh. But I can tell you this. I was scared again that I couldn't come on tonight, because we've been having storms in this area. And thank you so much, my darlings. We've been having storms, and our internet has been popping off, and our internet has been crazy spectrum for a little while now, and it's just been very difficult. But it is raining to beat the band. Yeah, it kind of reminds me of this window right here, or right here, wherever way you're looking. But it is raining to beat the band. So don't you hate it when internet goes out? Because remember the day that most of us, I'm from the 1900s, many of you are. And do you remember the day that we didn't care? I didn't care. I did not care if the internet went out or not, because we didn't even know what the internet was. So thank you so much. Thank you. Now, first of all, you may hear me. Let me see this. Hold on. Yes, it is safe for me to be on here. Thank you so much. It is. We're good. So you may hear me talking about different channels tonight, and all of those channels that I may reference, are in the description of this video and all of the previous videos, hopefully. But from this moment going forward, they are in the description of the video, in True Oracle, and here. Now, first of all, True Oracle is here as well, and thank you to everyone there. Hello, True Oracle. I saw Mrs. Marie in the chat. We had a young lady that came in last night. Her name is Doria Vex. She's got a really cool little channel, and I'm helping her with the YouTubes in and outs. She is very talented. She doesn't need me. So I would like to, for all of you to check her out. She's at Doria Vex. And I want to thank all of you for coming in to House of Vale Keep last night, where we had a very good live stream. And you got to see the premiere. You got to hear the soundtrack of the videos that are coming forward in there. It's been busy. I need to have a drink. And I'll tell you what else I've been working on, my darlings. Thank you so much. I'm going to tell you what else. when you see the entrance to this website. In fact, I might even give you a little teaser. This is for when you all want to, when I extend the, oops, don't you love it when you say oops? It makes you kind of wonder, doesn't it? I'm actually building this new website for members only when it gets into that particular tier. And I may show you a little preview of this, maybe, if I can get it full screen. I don't know. I'm doing it through Squarespace. I love them. Oh, here we are. Okay, let me see if I can share this for you real fast. And I think you're going to really like it. I think you're going to really like it. And in this website is where you're going to get back office stuff. And we're going to talk about things, the 9 words you can't talk about here on this Tubes of You. All right, so here we are. I'm going to share this just for a moment and see. And right now I'm in the stages of building. And I'm just going to tell you that this is raw back office. I made all the images. I put all the motion to it. Here we are, my darlings. There we go. I'm going to let it cycle a couple of times. And that's what the home screen looks like. So that is going to be, pardon me, that is going to be the entrance to when you go into the new members only, if you want to go into that tier. And that is where you get a lot of stuff. So there you are, my darlings. That is really what I want my home to look like. And so I'm building this around what I want my home to look like. So there we are. Now, I want to thank all my beautiful mods for being here tonight. Thank you so much. You are all, let me get us situated here. Thank you so much. You are all so kind. I want you to know that I have the best, I'm scratchy, sorry, because guess I was holding PD Pink Nose, who, I don't know what's going on with him, but he just needed extra love. So he was extra fluffy, and now I'm, okay. Thank you. All right, so now my beautiful mods, thank you so much. They've got my back and they've got yours. So if you see anybody that comes in here and it's picking around, pick a little, talk a little, pick a little, talk a little, cheap, 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 pick a lot, talk a little more, you know how they do. If you see that anybody come in, you just let our mods know. There's Fate and Fortune. She's True Oracle. Thank you so much. And I appreciate you, my dear Mrs. Marie. Thanks for being here. So I want you to also know every image that you see on True Oracle or here, maybe not so much on True Oracle because Mrs. Marie is very talented and she does a lot too. But everything that you see on here, on House of Vale Keep, on the Crosse Chronicles, and you never know, there may be more, are all made by me. It is the intellectual property of me and this channel. And I'm just going to say that if anybody wants to come in and think they can help themselves to any of these images, I have a team of lawyers that are on standby with their little fangs out that will just love to sink into anybody who wants to rip off little Zelda. All right. So now, my darlings, here we go. Get ready. Now, first of all, I just want to say, while I'm trying to, I have to ask permission of the house. It seems receptive of me. And while I am doing this, I know a lot of you have theories and thoughts. I would appreciate it if you just kind of like not say anything while we're in here and not anything, okay? Because it confuses the energy if we start talking and if I get distracted. So I appreciate that, because we all have our thoughts. We all have our thoughts on what's going on here. But I'm going to tell you, I have a big one. I have a big thought. Because what I saw on the last remote, I can't refute it. So that tells me that somebody, look here. I'm not going to say it. So you see this, I'm just going to cover that up. Thank you very much. That's what I think it is. And I've got the shirt on tonight. This is from the merch store. If you know, you know. And the sweater that I love, I've got a gray one like this. This is the official Seeing Crime sweater. And I want you to know that that is not baked on or stamped on. This is woven in. And this is it's a cardigan. It is one of the most wonderful sweaters that I've had in a long time. It'll last you a long time. So if you get a chance, go grab one. Look who is in the chat. There she is. Hi, my darling. There is Miss Doria Vex, a real sweetie. And I'm going to give you a little back office about Doria. Her storyline, let me say this. We're going to keep her private, but her storyline takes place in a New York museum after hours and underground. So she is equivalent to National Treasury on steroids, the female version, maybe not so historical, but she's got a little bit of all kinds of stuff going on there. It is a very cool channel. She's just starting it. So if you get a chance, and the link is in the description, or you can say hello to her here. There you go. She's a fixture here now. I'm taking her under my little wing. So my big wing, whatever. All right, my darlings. I think we're about ready to start. I've got all the announcements though. Number one, thank you to all of you who are sending gifts. Somebody said last night that my wish list was a little sparse. I went in, I added some nails and a couple of things, but you guys are so good and you send me everything. But I love the journals. I love all this. I love it. So thank you so much. And the cat food, the kitty, you hear Shaggy, he's in the background. So thank you. And the other thing too, my darlings, is we have another way to donate. It's through Ko-fi or Ko-fi, however you want to pronounce it. This is more helpful to our international folks because you can use your MasterCard, Visa, PayPal, Venmo, but I don't believe it supports the Cash App. Now, if you're going into the merchandise store, I have to fix this with Fourth Wall. If you're in there at the top, it'll say Home and then Browse All. You want to click on Browse All. That will take you to a lot of the more different things in there. Stop by True Oracle. You're going to love that merchandise. She's just added more into her shop that is gorgeous. And guess what? There's going to be more at Vale Haven. There's going to be more at Doria Vex, and the Crosse Chronicles getting ready. Oh my goodness. It's going to be a wild summer, as they say in Indiana Jones. Hold on to your potatoes, lady, because it's going to be a ride. Another drink, please. So I like to do these first, my darlings, because people come in. It takes a while, a minute to come in, and then we don't have to go back and say, "Oh my gosh, I missed this. What's happening?" We'll just give it a minute, okay? We'll just give it a minute here. So we got a lot of people in. Do me a favor, hit the like button, bump it, just like the feds. Bump that like button and put your DNA on the like button and the subscribe button. And if you subscribe, you're going to know. Now, I've got another little something I'm very, very excited to bring to you. It's going to be custom and exclusive to True Oracle's channel. So if you are not subscribed over there, it doesn't cost anything to subscribe. Go subscribe, because we put different types of content over there on True Oracle. And this is what we're going to do on True Oracle. I have a series. It's going to be a bingeable series. It is going to be this bingeable series of previous card readings. Let me put it to you that way. It's going to be called the Lady Zelda Forbidden Files. It is card readings of people who think, and maybe even have been, and maybe even are, involved in relationships with things that they're not sure what they are. And wow, you don't want to miss that. There's going to be probably 8 to 10 in that particular series. I will be putting it all up at once so you can just binge. And that's just the way we want it. The Tubes of You have pretty much announced that they want to take on Netflix. And I think they're doing a pretty right? A darn good job of it. And we're just going to lean in. That's what they want. We're going to lean in. There you go. So, well, it's not me that is sending out those emails. It is True Oracle. But True Oracles, if you go in there and you put your email, if you've gotten anything from the True Oracle shop, or you put your email address in True Oracle, it will be sending for email readings and so forth. So yes, I will tell you this. I go on to the Book of Faces, which is like, people have stolen. There's 4 different files of me. They steal my picture, they steal my content, and they make groups. And then people go in there and they'll get your information. They put a WhatsApp number in there. I don't use WhatsApp. It's dangerous. I don't do anything like that. And I'm also going to tell you, if you're in those, because there's people getting mad. Why isn't Zelda answering me? That because Zelda ain't there. That ain't Zelda. It's some goofball from Nigeria somewhere who has stolen my information. That's why I'm not on Facebook. I'm on Facebook to see a few things, a couple of people that I love, and that's it. I don't really even hardly post. So do me a favor. Don't get involved with those people. Don't get involved, because I have reported them and Facebook is like, they don't care. So whatever. They don't care. Now, what we're going to do tonight is, I have a separate camera. If I can stop my nose from tickling. Thank you very much. Thank you. I have a separate camera in which, here's a little lip pencil. What are you doing here? We may as well use you. That looks better. All right. I've got another camera here, we're going to use the energy meter. Okay? We're going to use this. And as I am remote viewing, I'm not going to pay attention to the energy. You're going to see what's going on there. That's why you have to have at least two-way verification, my darlings, on everything that you've got now. That's for sure. Another drink, please. And I'm going to say, be careful this Memorial Day weekend, because I think, well, first of all, I think there are some big things that are about to happen. All of you are safe. Everybody is okay. All right. And then I'm going to catch you beautiful gifters, not grifters. We don't have grifters here. We have beautiful gifters. Well, you know what, my darling? I do that. And you know what happens? They cover it up, because you can cover up watermarks. So it's just extra work, and they cover it up. So who cares? I'm to that point. If you all know, you know, right? Scammers know more. There's more rights for the scammers, I think, these days than for us, but we're not going to even concentrate on that. Here we go. Now, I'm going to turn this on. Thank you so much, my darlings. And I'm going to take my glasses off and put my sunglasses on, because the lights do affect me and I've got to relax a little bit. 729 watching and 300. Thank you so much. 374 likes. Huh? Come on now. Thank you. Here we go. Thank you, my darlings. Here you go. Absolutely, I can erase watermarks, but why would I want to do it? Because that's not very fair to the person that puts the work into that, right? Nope. I won't do it. So anyway, Nightbot belongs to me. I set him up because it helps to keep things regulated in the chat, because sometimes there's times when the mods can't all be here. So Nightbot is fine. Emily D. Baker uses Nightbot. If she uses Nightbot, I can use Nightbot too. It's cool. It's all good. So there we go. Nightbot is okay. All right, so here's what we're going to do. Sorry, I don't put much eye makeup on anymore. It's because I wear glasses. But we're getting ready to go live. Well, we are live. We're getting ready to do this. Here we are. I wear my sunglasses at night. Are you ready? Here we are. Let me see if I can make this a little bigger for you. Now, they have updated this. Now I can't see. It's flipping well dark. Thank you, my darlings. Thank you. You have to have humor. You have to have humor. They've updated this software. Let's see what it is. Now, for those of you who've never been here before, I will tell you this. I do not call in spirits and I do not call in entities. Believe what you want to believe. That's how I say. Because you know what? I don't, that's just not my gig. Everybody's welcome to do what everybody wants to. But I look on the internet and I see the amount of people. Nancy must be some big, busy chick. Because there's simultaneous, and not that it can't happen, but my thing is a trust issue, not to the people that are doing it, because I'm not going against any creator, to each his own. And I think that they're doing what they can. And the idea is that they have a lot of respect for Nancy. They're just trying to be helpful. But for me on this channel, I'm not going to call in any entities, no spirits, no nothing. We're going to do an energy reading. The energy and numbers don't lie. Sometimes you never know who you can, Sometimes you just don't know who you get a hold of. It could be somebody that is pretending to be Nancy. Thanks. I cut my own hair. It could be somebody that is pretending. I've got to say this. Aunt BB just gifted 20 memberships. Bless you, my darling. And I'm going to also say welcome to those who received one of those memberships. Thank you so much. So are you safe? Of course. We're not acting and asking bad energy to come in. It can't come in. It can't come in. So we're going to see what the energy of the house says. Here we go. Because believe me, I love all creators. There's room for each and every one of us. And if you guys want to watch them, you know what? They're on here, they deserve to be watched. And everybody can make up their own mind. Because you know what? I do not believe that they're doing anything harmful and wishing bad will on anyone whatsoever. So I don't want anybody to misrepresent that. It's just for me, this is how I like. All right, here we go, my darlings. You will not hear this talk. You better not, because unless they updated the software, here we go. And I'm going to explain it as we go. Oh, what is new? I don't want to connect with the spirits. Well, maybe, you know what? Let's just see. Let's just see what this is. There we go. Yeah, that's the same. Start with a simple question. I don't know if it's going to talk. Not now. Okay, we are connecting with the energy of Nancy Guthrie's house. I'm asking permission to reach Nancy Guthrie's house. If you can see me connect in your mirror, please let me know. Okay, I'm seeing gray outlines. If you'll give me permission, please, to enter. I've been there before. I appreciate it. So will you allow me to enter the home of Nancy Guthrie? Break. Okay. All right, I will take it easy. I'm going to take it easy. All right, let me take a look. I'm actually looking through Nancy's bathroom mirror, and the idea of looking all around and seeing all these things. There is a box of large Band-Aids that is on the bathroom sink. Now, what I'm going to do, okay? So this looks like that has been there before because she's had problems. Oh. There's some of the red stuff that's on the floor. But small amount. A small amount. If I were to look at this, I would say, "Oh, this is something that okay. It came from her legs. Got it. Got it." So she's had problems because, she's taking blood thinners. Okay. What shadows are around? It is warning me that there are shadows in the house. Not people, shadows. Who put them there? Who put the shadows here? I'm trying to look around. I need to come out of this mirror and I need to go into the living room. Jim. Who is Jim? All right. Home. Tell me about those sliding glass doors. What is with the sliding glass doors? And I want to see the shadows. Show me what a shadow. If there's a shadow there now, I want to hear it. I want to see it. Where is it? Election. So someone elected to put these there. So they're there on purpose. Who put the shadows there? Who conjured these shadows? Who put these there? An associate, someone who knew Nancy, put the shadows in the house. What was the purpose of the shadows? Was the purpose of these shadows? Why are they there? Are they watching over her for good or for evil? Why are the shadows there? I don't have shadows here, and there's a purpose for that. But an associate put shadows in her. They elected to put these in her home. Can you give us a name? Who put them there other than associate? Can you give us this name? These shadows are not there for anything positive. I want you to know this. I just got a glimpse of one that just hid from me. One is peeking around the corner. So they're not there for good. They are there to hold her down. Back. Okay, show me how many shadows are there. I've seen two so far. One hid, and one is hiding, but one hid. How many shadows are there? Can you tell me how many shadows there? I'm going to work with you home. If you do not want them there, let's get rid of them. How many shadows are there? There's a group. Okay. That does not surprise me. That does not surprise me. There are a group of shadows that have been placed there, and they are leftovers from what I can see. Anytime that anything has taken place in a home that could be dark, and I'm not accusing Nancy of anything, so please don't think that I am, because I think that Nancy has pure energy. But anybody who's done that, shadows can remain. It's like playing with a Ouija board, opening a portal and not closing it. They are there. They're fixed. They're well home. If you want me to get rid of them, I will get rid of them. This is yours. I need your permission. Nancy is not there to give me permission, but we're talking to your energy. If you want them gone, let's get rid of them. All you have to do is tell me. Let's get rid of those. And I'm just going to take a minute. I think you can see probably here. This is my finger coming here. That's my hand. If you see there's a little something here, that's a reflection of my overhead fan. So don't get weirded out. So, okay. All right, home. There are a group of them. They're wondering who I am and why I'm there. Oh, shadows, if you're looking and listening to me, I could be your worst nightmare. Force. You want me to force them out? Okay, let's force them out. Let's force them out. Ave Maria, pregnine gatra, e lede forse somanegasi. Alla de fere frutto somanegeta, a naravizi. Yasi. Ave Maria, pregnine grazia, alla de forse negate veselitu. Piana de teta frutto, ole de teta, ita matera vicine, Jesu. Ave Maria, pregnine grazia, alla de veselic soda veselitu. Siana de teta frutto, o menedeta, di menetersite, Jesu. Go. Go. The house is protected. You will not remain here. Who put you here? You may go back to them with a vengeance. You have no business. You are negative, and you will not remain in this home. Show yourself, and in the name of Jesus, you will be leaving immediately. Tell me, house, if you feel that energy dissipating. They should be going. Oh, okay. Okay, they've been there for, I was just going to say, they've been there for a while. All right. Ave Maria, pregnine grazia, ele de forestone caveseritu, sia medite frutto, o benedetta, ti tomatana vicine, Jesu. Ave Maria, pregnine grazia, ele de forestone caveseritu. sia benedetta frutto o benedetta di Thematina Vishire. Jesu. They are suspicious, and we are too. They want to know what I'm doing there. I'm looking in on you. Why are you here? Why, that was a cat. Sorry, that I'm going to do a timeout here for a second. Somebody wrote to me, several people. I hear things in the background. I hear a door close. I hear somebody talking. I live in a home. I don't live in a metal building with no sound. All right. You need not be suspicious of me. I come in the light and I come with good. You need to be removed from this home that cannot use its energy to remove you. You have been bound here for more than a decade, and you shall release yourself from this lady's home. From this home, you need to be released immediately. Let me know, home. How's it going? Push them out. You can do it. Push them out. Ave Maria, prenedicatia, elede foresules, to update, okay? We're going to just keep going. Update us, update us. Ave Maria, prenedicatia, elede foresules, sia benedicta frutto, o benedicta, di tu materna viscide, Jesu. Ave Maria, prenedicatia, elede foresules, tu, sia benedicta frutto, o benedicta, di tu materna viscide, Jesu. It's working, but they need to be out. They need to get out. Update us, home. Give us an update. Tell us where they are. There's one that is still peeking around the corner. The crust of it all. Yeah. They are crusty. They are crusty. These shadows are centuries old, by the way. They are centuries old. You can come out. Let me look at you. You need to be gone. 3 are gone. 3 are gone. I don't know. It said it's a group. There are more there. I can feel them. We're just going to keep at it. We're going to keep at it. Leave in the name of all that's holy. The leader is still there. Well, all right. I fear not. You may show yourself, so-called leader, because I will send you right back to the pits of you know where. And you can take whoever sent you with you. I have no fear. T. All right, house. We're going to be friends for a while. Developing. Yeah. I think the person who has that initial T is probably feeling what I'm doing right now? Good. Bring it on. Bring it on. House, I'm working on behalf of you, and I will use you and I as a team. Everything that you have sent to me will return to you times 3. You will leave this home. The negative that is harmful to this home and all who surround, you have bound this home. Now, you have no business there whatsoever. Tell me, House, what are you feeling? What are you feeling? If the leader is still there, oh yeah, he's still there. He's looking. He is looking at me. I fear you. I don't know what you are, but it doesn't matter. I have no fear for you. I have no fear. You think I fear you. You're wrong. The shadows. Oh, more are developing. One just came out of another room. No, we have to sit. We have to stop this right now. Home. Close your doors, close your windows. We're binding the energy of positivity in your home, in your space. The leader and these others must leave. T knows that I am there pushing them out. I'm going to push them right to him. Push them right to him. Ave Maria, piena di grazia. Ele de frore sole ne vesere che tu. Ja benedite frutto, o benedetta. Di tu materne viscire, Jesu. You can't. Yeah, he's a politician, all right. He's gaslighting. Gaslighting. This is the energy that has been sent to Nancy for over a decade. No more. Where is Nancy? House, tell us who took Nancy. Where was she? Did she even come back? Who's Adrian? Now, Adrian could be the name of the leader, because most shadows and shadow figures do have names assigned to them, so they can be easily controlled by those who sent them. So where is Nancy? Can you connect with that energy, House? Where is Nancy? What really happened? You know I saw her. But where did she go? And did someone mess with that crime scene? Find. Okay, we're here. You look for her. Find her. Look. Ave Maria, piena di grazia. Ele de frore spose ne che fessere tu. Sia benedito frutto, o benedetta, di tu mantenere viscere, Gesù. Ave Maria, piena di grazia, ele de frore spose ne che fessere tu. Sia benedito frutto, o benedetta, di tu mantenere viscere, Gesù. Cookie. Or cookies can crumble. We're going to crumble this one. Train. What train? Explain the train. Tell us about this. Tell us the train. What's going on? Who knows? Someone knows about this. Someone knows more than what they're saying. You should feel this, House. And my dear friends, ladies and gentlemen, you should smell it. Because yes, spirits, dark energies, shadows have smells. And it ain't pretty. Conception. Through the conception, tell us more. Tell us more. Okay, I'm going to go in your kitchen. I need to go in your kitchen. Let me take a look around. One is following me. Okay. All right, sure. Ooh. You did this to Nancy, didn't you? You followed her throughout her home. And you reported back to whomever sent you there. You followed her. What a nasty creep. I mean, shadows can be low, but that's kind of low. So no wonder she had the Band-Aids, the key. Where's the key? Who has the key? What is the key? But no wonder why she had Band-Aids on her bathroom counter and the red stuff a little bit. It wasn't like, hello, gush. It was a little bit on the bathroom floor. It said that her legs were hurt. What about her legs? I know what you mean by set. I know what you mean by key. Who dabbles into this stuff? Tell us. Is it Mr. T? Oh, that rhymed. What is the key? What is the key house? Resolve. What can be, okay, what is resolved? What share with, if I can help, I will help. This shadow is following me around there, not here. He cannot enter here. The kitchen. Illuminate the kitchen, please. Second. There was DNA all over this kitchen. DNA all over the kitchen. But there's another little room. What is this room? I don't know what this room is. A closet, maybe. I'm not sure. Whomever was in there, touched so much, but they're not going to be able to distinguish this DNA because the DNA is an associate of Nancy. Who's covering things up? Tell us. Who's covering things up? Do you know the energy? Who is covering things up? We're binding that shadow that is behind me. You are bound. You are bound. Yes, it's very tense there right now, but it's okay. You're used to gentle, light energy. Don't worry. I know they're bothering. Those shadows are been put there to report back how things have been going in that house. Could they have caused any sickness, anything? Well, we're not going to give them that credit. I don't like to give negative, dirty entities credit. Now, when I say name names, I mean I want you to name names of the people that are involved, not just naming names because you can. Name names of people that are involved. That shadow, you're getting a little close to me. You need to back up. Back away, back away, back away. See, they're now looking, they're trying to figure out while I'm there. They're looking, they don't know me. They don't know me from Adam. And they're trying to figure things out. Okay, I'm walking. I need to go up to this front door. I want to see this front door. There's packages by the front door on the inside. There's Amazon and there's another one with a blue and white label, and I can't really figure it. See, I can't really see. It's not clear like it's black and white. It's not really clear. It's muted and it's not like a movie. And that's how I'm able to see the shadows because it is black and white. I think if I were looking in color, I probably couldn't see them. There is some of the red stuff by the front door, but it's from Nancy's leg. What we are seeing, my darling, on that is from Nancy's legs. It's not from it now. It could be hand, but that is something from Nancy's legs that is on the inside by the door. Flash. Yeah, there is a flash. What's the flash? Did you see a flash? Now, I can't read. It's too dark to read comments, but I will tell you this. I did see a few nights ago that a YouTuber by the name of JLR and were sitting, and some fellow YouTubers were sitting outside of Nancy's house, and there were lights going on and off on inside the house. I believe that. My darlings, there's red droplets all over this house. And some of it is kind of like older because it's illuminated for me. So she may have felt or thought she cleaned it up, but unfortunately, you know how that is. Things like that. I just think there's little bits and pieces all over the place. But there's evidence in the kitchen that has been missed. Most of these shadows are gone. Let's form a barrier outside the house, please. The key. Give me a second. Give me a second, my darlings. I'm right here. I'll be right back. Better late than never. Here's the iron key. I'm transferring this energy to you home. If you can grab it, it is yours. Censures. Who's censoring? Who is censoring you? Whomever put these things there. Did these shadows come to harm Nancy? Aside from what has happened, let's talk about before the kidnapping, the abduction. Let's say that. Were these shadows put there to oversee Nancy? Comfort. To whose comfort? I'm going to lay this key on you right here. This is for you. That's your comfort, my darling. This is amazing. This is totally amazing what I'm seeing, because there's some intention that was put in this home, not attention, intention that was put in this home. Talk about a group. This house was right. They watched over her morning, noon, and night. There was a group there. There's 3 left. And yes, one is still the leader, and he doesn't like that I'm there. Too bad. Most of it is wondering. Most of it is wondering why I'm there and who am I and who do I know? Well, maybe you need to do this. Maybe you need to go back to the person that sent you. That's what you need to do. Go back to the person that sent you and then tell them that we now know what they are up to. We know that they had demise in their mind. We know what they wanted to do. Give us an update, House. It looks one more has left, but this one keeps peeking around at me. Not the leader is behind me. He can't hurt me. Don't worry. There's nothing, but there's one that keeps peeking around things. Tell me, House, how are you feeling? What's going on? What are you doing? Now, this is all in shades of gray, film noir. I smell you. So you're here. Okay, the house is showing me things. There's pictures, a drawer. Let's go around the room. There's medication. I want to go in Nancy's bedroom. Take me in Nancy's bedroom. What's with the sliding glass door? The sliding glass door is illuminated. Whoa. It looks like there is a string of illumination around the sliding glass door. Ill. Are you ill? Or was Nancy still ill? What? Tell me what you want me to know about illness. What are you telling me? So the sliding glass door is significant. Have you seen these people that took Nancy before? Have you seen them that took Nancy before? Do you know who these people are? Are they familiar to you? Other than an associate of Nancy's. Have you seen them? Are you familiar? Were they hired? Were they contracted? Behavior. You know their behavior. So are you familiar? Do you know can you tell us the association of these people to Nancy? When I saw Nancy, when she first looked, it was a look of surprise, but like, oh. And then it went downhill from there. I think when she realized that all fun and games were over. What was the relationship to Nancy? Oh, okay. Upsetting. Something was upsetting that night. Okay. My hands. Tell us whose hands. Tell us about the hands. Tell us about this. I think I just saw something I need to look at. I love monarchs. You all be careful. All right. I did notice earlier there was an explosion or spill in West Orange County. If you are unaware of that and you're there, you need to be checking with the authorities. Be safe, everyone. It's not worth it. Go if you can. Go if you can. Make a plan. That's right. Now, let me get back to this a second. Because I think there was a plan beforehand. Anybody that sends dark entities, dark shadows to an elderly woman's home, did they do this to Nancy? And was it the shadows? Or was it? We know you're not. We know you're not. Who did that? Who did that beforehand to they had a plan. Who did that? Was it the shadows or was it the people that sent the shadows? Did someone come out to see what was going on with Nancy? Was Nancy afraid to say anything? Does the rest of the family know about it? And from now on, it's all games? Who's Liam? My darlings, I think before this abduction, this criminal act of taking someone against their own will, I'm going to say that. I think that something else needs to be looked at behind the scenes. Because for these shadows, and they're smart enough to know, to question, but they're not there to hurt me. They're curious about me. That's it. They have a purpose, and whomever sent these things, that's what usually happens. Whoever sent this had an agenda. Kate. There's an agenda behind this. I don't know. You may be naming people that have been there that you are familiar with. The people that I want to know are let there be light. The people that I want to know are the people that have and are involved. Who are these? Who are these people? I need these lights. It's too bright. I can't see anything. Okay, so the shadows are curious. They're not there to do their... Lydia. I don't know who the name... I used to know, and I have forgotten the name of the lady that went out that was with Adult Protective Services. Is this the first time that they visited Nancy? Can you tell us, is this the first time they visited Nancy? So, is this a Christian or someone who is pretending to be a Christian. Gee, that's unheard of, isn't it? Hello. An appropriate, which was appropriate, which probably was accepted. So, what was the agenda from whoever said, geez, this, I'll tell you what, I'm so much. Nancy being a Christian should have, but you know, I'm going to give her credit. Maybe she did know the shadows were there and she didn't pay attention. Or maybe it was just meant for her not to even see, and that happens too. It doesn't matter if you're a Christian or not. And I've called adult protection services, and they are like, and my people, yes, I do have people, have tried calling, and they are, because they changed the time in the evidence portal that they were there. At first, I believe they had it on. Are we spot on, or what is on? But I believe at first in the evidence portal, they had it as January 31st when they put the card in the door. And at first it was 5 o'clock, and then it was 7 o'clock. So did Nancy call somebody? Did a neighbor call somebody? Thank you, Shaggy. Did a legislator? Oh, could that have been who is the guy? Pardon me, that Savannah called? Give me a second, everyone. I need to just do something really quick. Thank you. Petey had a headache and he needed me. Okay. Tight. Wait. Did I miss any words? Legislator, tight. Okay, no. Mark Kelly. Friends, I think I've always said there's so much more to this than meets the eye, because I believe we have two things. And did someone who is an associate of Nancy, yes, this is a disaster, did someone who was before anybody was contracted to come in and get Nancy, was there a second agenda taking place? I'll tell you what, I'm almost convinced of that now after seeing the Shadow Man. I mean, look at your chats, my darling. Okay, so the name of the lady was Deborah, who is an advanced investigator. Let me put this up here. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. Okay, see that energy? Look at the house energy when we're saying that. It is complex. Oh, what a tangled web we weave. Wait, what happened to Mark Kelly's wife? Hold on. No, there's 3 shadows left. Mark Kelly's wife, a former Arizona congresswoman. Separate. Okay, so that's separate. Okay, okay. So then you're telling me that that doesn't, but that, listen, at this point, practically, sort of, kind of, maybe. Sacred. So why is it all so sacred? Why is it so hush hush? Is there more? A development is coming. I knew it. I saw that earlier today. And why? You've heard me say this in the last 2 videos. Why aren't a lot of these people coming out and saying, oh yeah, Nanos goes to the gym and he was elected. Sorry about your luck, Arizona. That's amazing. Thank you so much. Peace, kindness, healing. It makes a lot of sense. Listen, I'm still kind of half in and out of that house. I just want you to know there was a woman who was renting the house there, the little guest house. I'm going to tell you, I'm after being there without Nancy or anyone else, I am teetotally convinced that there's so much more, and I know I'm reflecting because of this. There is so much more to this than meets the eye. In my opinion, I do not have facts, but in my opinion, I have to be so careful. In my opinion, this was a planned. You know what, I got to tell you all, one of my favorite stores that I haven't shopped in a long time. Now listen up. You probably all have shopped there at one time or other or heard of it, especially here in the United States, especially on the eastern region. And they do deliveries too. And the name of that store is Target. But getting back to the story, I believe there was this other element, this other side of the story that this is getting interesting. The other side of the story that maybe some things were earmarked toward Nancy's home. Now, I'm going to go back in a minute because it's a they just wonder why I'm there. They're not there to hurt me, but they were put there for other things. Yeah, see, there's remember when we did that target analysis? Remember that social network analysis for investigating? Yeah, we almost have got it. The house is telling us we've almost got it. Oh, I'm sure that that guy knew the island guy. I'm sure. Manage. Oh, oh, this has been managed, but I also feel that it got flubbed up. And in all fairness, sometimes you can be messed up with people that you didn't really know or understand to begin with. And once you get in, it's, yeah, yeah. Once you get into that, you either have to embrace it or life becomes very hard. I got to tell you, I am convinced personally, 100%, the island guy, on account of because I know you, on this, yes. All right. Let me check something a second. Barbara, thank you so much, my darling, for the gift. I appreciate you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, my darlings, for the gifts, for the little, I think it's a Cash App. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Somebody just asked me if my thing was working, and the answer is yes. Okay, let me move this over here. Oops. Yeah, let me move this over here. There you go. Expand our mode of thinking, my friends. Expand the mode of thinking. My darling, okay, sweet Vicky. Look how beautiful you are. I got to put your little face up here. Oops. Hi. There we go. Look at you. Listen, look at her. I'm going to tell you. She's an entrepreneur. I like Vicky. Listen, I'm going to tell you about Vicky. Say hello to Vicky. I don't know you, Vicky. Bless your heart. But now that does not associate with you. I'm just saying, look, Vicky, she is an entrepreneur. She knows what's going on. She makes money. She makes her own money, and daggone it. That's exactly right. Pinky. Listen, okay. Vicky, my darling, there is a guy who is associated with an island. It's not Gilligan. It is a man who for a couple of decades have done something and who does something not so nice. And especially, well, I can't say that either. But he did live in an area that looked like a castle that was blue and white. And number. And hi, Vicky. Okay. All right. I hope that's enough. But the island guy, some of the people that knew him that had some bad things happened was interviewed in 2019 by Savannah Guthrie. And there's been a lot of fallout since then. Number. So hopefully that gives you enough that maybe you can do, yeah. Gotcha. I listen. I love that confident profile of Vicky's. I don't even know Vicky, but I love that confident profile. Don't you love confidence in a woman? Don't you love that? I do. And I see that through each and every one of you that are here, because you know what? You guys are my people. State. So are we to state something, or is it the state of Arizona, or what state is it? What state is it? And I believe that the perp had a ring on. When you saw his little hand like this. Look, buddy, if you're watching, if you're still here among the living, you're just a wuss. You're just a wuss. Crime was before the state. Thank you so much. Shift. All right, so I'm going to take just a breather for this right now, and I'm here. We're going to keep watching. The house is connected. It's telling us really good things, but I need to just really thank you, my darlings. I just need to be thanking you properly. So let's go to the gifts right now and say, Beth Maloney, look at you in a very nice beach. Oh, thank you for being here, and thanks for becoming a member. Thank you. I know you're all going to love it here. AJ, thanks a lot, my darling, for oh, I like that gate. I love that. Thank you. Samantha, you are here. Bless you, you beautiful thing. You beautiful, not a thing. You beautiful girl. You beautiful girl. Everybody's a girl because I feel older than everybody. Thank you so much for being here with True Oracle and myself. Say hello, Ian. Hello, Ian. And then D Hunter, thank you so much. Yes, it's been a week already. Been a week already that my producer left us. Thank you for remembering her. Thank you. Thank you. Lisa, thank you, my darling. Bless you back for your generosity. Thank you. And the little kitty there. We love you. Well, I love you back, Jewel, and thank you. And I want to thank you. You gave me a gift, I think, the other day, and I want to thank you for that as well. Thank you. Tina, look at you. Aw, became a YouTube member. Appreciate you. Rely. Interesting. Grateful for our community. I am grateful for our community. True Oracle and my community. I'm just so thrilled to be here. Thank you so much. Aunt BB gifted 20 Lady Zelda memberships. We said that, but we're going to say it again. Look at those little sweethearts. Legislation. That's the second time you said this, House. So what point are we trying to drive home? Marisma, thank you, my darling. Oh, look at that little face. Thank you, thank you. KS Granny's been a member for 9 months. I'm so blessed to have you. Thank you. Amy, I've subscribed for a while. Just wanted to finally say hello. Well, I'm so glad you did, and you didn't have to send anything to say it, but I'm so grateful for your gift. Thank you so much. Here's Stephanie with a very little super sticker that it means a lot in a big heart from her. Thank you, thank you. And here is one for Sammy. Oh, thank you very much, my darling. There we go. All right. So there we are. Hello, my darlings. Hello, each and every one of you. But I'm just going to start thinking now. Rely on, yes, can't rely on the narrative that we've been given. You know, I just wonder why sometimes these people think that they can do this sort of thing. The midterms will be our chance to change. Absolutely. But why do people think that they can do focus things like this and just walk away cleanly? Because I can tell you, you're not. You might walk away on this plane, but you're not going to walk away on the other. You got a lot to look forward to. And I mean that in the most facetious way that I possibly can. Time to eat. Bless you. And you know what? I'm going to tell you something. You can use a filter here on StreamYard. And I don't have a filter on. See? I mean, I don't have a filter on. You're seeing me. So a second combined. I use Pond's cold cream. Pond's cold. Thank you all. Thank you. Standing Stones, thanks for being here, my darling. Listen, because of, I did thank him personally, but he sent me one of the most beautiful paintings that he did himself. And I am so grateful for it. And it's beautiful. It's a little bird. Little birdie came to tell me. Thank you. He's very talented. Thank you all, my darlings. Thunderstorms in Atlanta. Grateful for the rain. It's been raining here. What happened to Sammy? She passed away last Saturday, unexpectedly, in my arms. Did you like that, Michelle? Because we're all from the 1900s and we can relate. Thank you so much. Okay, now, if it's not left or right, it's wrong. I like that. Dreamette, does anybody remember Pat Paulson? Do you remember that? What was he on? Laugh-In, I think. Remember how he would say, the wind blew, the crap flew, and you're only here for a day or two? Nanos, you heard that, right? Here's a little message for Nanos. Are you ready? Oh, brother, this guy stinks. I love that. I'm going to turn that up a bit so you all can hear it. Here we go. Examine it. I think through further examination, yes. Here we go. One more time. Oh, brother, this guy stinks. Yeah. There you go, Nanos. You so-and-so. All right. Can you please make sure all the shadows are gone before you leave the house tonight? I'm going to try, my darling. I'm going to try. Because here's what happens when you've got a dark person, practitioner. When they set something in place, they're bound. And these things have been here for over a decade per this house energy. The longer they're there, the more they're bound. Now, I will do my best. But when they go back to the person that sent them, the person may be so angry that he sends more that are stronger back to the house. And I'm going to tell you what these shadows accomplished. Okay? I'm going to tell you. Thank you so much, my darlings. I'm going to tell you what. Thank you. Yeah, Sammy was my producer, but I have many here that want to take her place. I'm going to tell you what the idea was of, pardon me a minute. Yeah, that's why I didn't stream last Saturday night. Because, yeah, but that's Shaggy, that's meowing. I've got more. But believe me, when they go, I'm not doing it. I get too attached. So okay, here's what happens. I'm sending them back. They've dissipated already. Those who have gone back, it's like they're erased. Once the person who realized that he sent them, she sent them, whoever it was, that they've come back, they can conjure up more and send back that may be stronger. So I have to be careful. Not for me. Yeah, I see that was on the screen. Not for me, but for the house. And I'm going to tell you, yes, whoever sent them were very ambitious. And I'm going to tell you, they lived up to their purpose. And I'll tell you why. They were there to keep people away. Now, hear me. They were there to keep people away. How do I know that? Well, what happened right after Nancy left? Right after Nancy left, they went in and reviewed, and for some reason, law enforcement just had blinders on, and they sent a brand new person who didn't want to be there to begin with. So they just they went in and probably had a body function or two and said, okay, I just don't want to deal with it. She's gone. She's 84. Why even look at it? Blah, blah. And they left. And it was no longer a crime scene. And when it's trampled, do you see the service that they provided? The shadows are there to be the cleanup crew. Because I'm going to tell you that then basically when the feds came in, see, briefly, they were there briefly. Thank you. They were there briefly. And then when the feds looked at it, they went, what are you doing? How messed up is this? What's going on? How is this happening? Right? And they went back in. And then they acted like they couldn't get anything because you've got shadow figures in there covering, distracting, working through. Now, I'm also going to say this position. Yeah. So I'm going to say this. I haven't changed my mind about how I feel my theory is, because I do believe that there's some hanky panky that went, not that type of, you know what I mean? Not good things that happened there because of an interview. But I also feel that other things were happening simultaneously, because this goes back 10 years. According to the house, these shadows smell. Look at this energy when I'm talking about it. And no, they weren't vampires. They stink. These shadows smell. Now, I'm just going to say this. It could be somebody. He was on Laugh-In. Okay. It could be somebody that is associated just nearby. You know, don't you wish we had a camera, a real-time drone camera like Google Earth? And of course they've, have it. But don't you wish that we could just look at it real time, just like we did that haunted library? Because I would like to see who's driving by the house right now, because they've already been psychically alerted that something's up. And if they do a little digging, they'll see what's up. Wouldn't that be amazing? Wouldn't that be amazing? I'll tell you about shadows like this. First of all, I have friends, not friends, but I know people. They're good people. They are Wiccan. Just remember, there's a good and a bad for everything that happens. I know people that are Christian that I would rather hang out with the Wiccans. Do you know people like that? I know people that, listen, you know what my grandmother's favorite word was? My grandmother's favorite word was PISS. I can't even say it. I don't want to say it on here. And she would say, yes, these Christians that would go out and act and cheat, lie, steal, and do everything else. And then on Sunday, they would go in, Saturday night and Sunday, they would go in and PISS in the Father's ear, and they would be free to go for the next week. Oh, golly. So I'm not saying, I don't want to put a blanket on, because it's like saying all tarot readers are bad. No, all psychics are bad. They're going to go to the hot place. No, no. Yes, it can. This is coming down to be institutionalized. So that's what I'm getting at. If you're evil, and if you're a nasty so and so, you're certainly not going to send a good shadow over to somebody's house to look to see what they're doing, to keep eyes on somebody, because you may decide you want a plan to do something. And in the meantime, you may get hired to do something for money. And then it all kind of sort of backfires. But the shadows are there to do their work. And that is to scrub the crime scene to the best that they can. And that means distraction. Now, this is all my opinion now. I don't have facts, but I'm talking to you from the esoteric side of things. So if you're sending somebody over, yeah, that's the question. So do you have a question, House? So if you're sending, what's the question, my darling? Pretty bad when you call the house energy darling, isn't it? So, okay, so here's the deal. And I want you to know, if Mrs. Marie is still in the chat right now, she asked me to do a house cleaning for a particular reason, and we're not even going to go there because it's not my story to tell. But the moment that I did it, because we were thinking there may be some questionable things that may have shown up. And I told her, I'm starting it right now. And I do offer that service in the store. It's psychic at the True Oracle Psychic Shop. The moment that I started, her lights in her house, and I'm in the South and she's clear up on the East Coast. Her lights went out or flickered or did something. And that's how a stronghold, and that's why I'm wondering if in fact, when JLR and these other people were out there, if they saw lights flickering. Now, even if it were a reflection from another house, if they saw lights flickering or something inside the house, it can seriously be an energetic distress call. Because if somebody's sending on the chair, see, I knew Nancy was on that chair. I knew it. And I have those who want to come in here and be nasty. Wait, where's my Cheeto girl? Right? Get the Cheeto girl out. I saw Nancy on that chair. And see, I can explain that I saw her. What I can't explain is the timeline that we've been given, the gaslighting that we've been given. It's a concept. I do not believe that she is in witness protection at all. Because first of all, she's not really, what would she be a witness to? I don't believe that. If she were in witness protection, the feds would not have come in and escalated this for the public. They keep things quiet. Spine. Because she was unable to move when I saw her. So let's just say this. So these shadows were there for a purpose before this happened. They could have added more because you know what? They left the crime scene. And I'm going to tell you, there's more than 2 crime scenes. Now they're coming out, oh, there's 2 crime scenes. Well, what do you think we are? Pardon me, I just knocked my water bottle off the table. It's that serious around here. Cheetah girl. Cheeto, not cheetah. Cheeto, hot Cheeto girl. Look at this energy. We're hitting on something, my friends, because look at this hot energy. Spray. Remember I told you I saw a spray bottle that this guy picked up? Santiago. Who's Santiago? No, she's not a witness. They don't make big deals like this around witness protection. They would tell all their agents, shut up, do not talk. No, I don't mean shut up. Don't say anything. Don't talk about this. Yeah, it's the opposite. Don't talk about this to the news media, to YouTubers, to whomever. Do not. Do not. We're going to sweep it under the rug. So she's not in witness protection. I did not know that there was a spray bottle in the garage. In the Kelly Dever garage. In the garage. Wait a minute. I get a little something for you. If you know who Kelly Dever is. We'll here you go. Look out.
The garage, essentially. There's a garage, essentially.
That's right, the garage. The garage. And for those of you who haven't yet, please do this. Thank you so much. I love all of you being here. Witness protection is bogus. Here's the thing. I don't know what they used the spray bottle for. Somebody came back in the house, looked through all the cabinets. I heard the cabinets going, cabinet. They got a spray bottle out, and it looked like it had to be white, because I was seeing things in black and white. And no, it was from Nancy's house. So Nancy wouldn't have anything in there except, I don't know, could have been a water bottle. But it was a white bottle. It was not clear, because all I see is black and white. And I think it had probably a light color, maybe yellow, something. I didn't see it. But it was one of those little, looks like a duck type thing. But my darling, here's what I think. Things are getting pretty suspicious. Things are getting pretty suspicious. Very sus, if you ask me. Because at this point, there's so much more than what we know. And here we are going down the bunny trail. It is very odd. It is very odd. I don't think you can spray someone else's DNA anywhere. I didn't know I think my face is the same. I don't know. So it is what it is. Could be just that I'm getting older. So anyway, I don't know. So let's do this. Had a little ringing in the ears. Yeah, I think my face could be just an angle. I got Cheetos branches that my son gave me yesterday. They were not hot Cheetos. They're baked. But I'm a baked Cheeto girl. What are you looking at? What are you looking at her? That's the hot Cheeto girls. What are you looking at? What are you looking at her for? Maybe you should be so happy that you're going to college. You want to go to lunch, honey? Yeah, sure. I'm buying. Don't care what these effers are doing. You want to look at somebody? That's what they do. I love that girl, and I hope you watch this someday, because I love you. Touch. Yes, I believe it is touch DNA. Touch DNA. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. But here we go down the bunny trail, because I'm not, I can't be attacked. I'm not, and I cannot be attacked. These things are not here for me. These things were here for in Nancy's house. The energy is relieved. We I will get rid of them after we come off the live. I can't do it on live. Who's the Cheeto girl? Let me tell you this. I went back to university when I was 50 years old. And I wanted to do something. So then I went back to university. Symbols. Oh, yeah. I know what to do. Don't you worry. So when I went to university, there were these girls, and I used to call them the hot, and they were called the hot Cheeto girls because they would have bags of hot Cheetos with them and a big tote bag. And these girls, they'd wear bangles all up and down their arms. They wore all these things. Girl, they were cute as can be, and the makeup. And they wear these big pretty hats. And this one girl, she would take in she would have her hair pink one day, brown the other. Foreigner. Yeah, we know who it is. And it's not foreigner as in I've been waiting. No, it's not that. So anyway, she'd be combing her hair and she'd take out a little bit of spritz and she'd spray. And some of these people would, there I am with a bunch of kids. And there's some real snobby ones. Like, what do you, you're here, you're 50. Isn't life over for you? If they only knew. So this one girl, my little hot Cheeto sweetheart, and she had a couple friends too, would sit near me because I loved her and she loved me for whatever type of reason. So she would sit there, and anytime anybody would say anything, she would look at them and go, "What the F are you looking at? You better hope you're smart when you're 50. What are you going to do with your life? Are you loser?" And they would and it was hilarious how she would do it. But she had nails out to here. And I'm like, "Honey, I got a question. How do you clean?" And she goes, "I don't." So, okay, I could take that. Earrings, just beautiful, cute as can be. Well, she would just smack that gum, and the prof did not like her and her friends. And I sat with them. And he didn't like it, but look, what's he going to do? Tell me to move? So I would sit there and I would just say, I would laugh. They would laugh. And so they would just start coming after these people if they would say, or they would come by my area and they would bump into me, little bully snobs type thing, whatever. I looked at it this way. Look, I'm a short timer. When I leave here, I'm a rebel with a cause, not without one. So finally, they would just start. She would spray this, click, 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 eating Cheetos during class. "You want to go to lunch?" I'd say, "Sure, I'll buy." "Oh, no, you're not buying. I'm buying." So the more that this happened, the more it would be, they would look at these people. "You gonna look at her?" So that's my hot Cheetos, beautiful girls. Anyway, my darlings, I'm going to tell you something. I do not believe it was bleach. Because if it were bleach, it would still be, and I don't believe the doors were opened and propped open all night. I believe there may have, here, listen to this now. I believe that there may have been a misunderstanding about the back door being propped open. Because, I mean, after all, who would go in there in the morning after, you know, or when in the afternoon, who would see that those doors were propped open? I mean, let's think about this now. Logically, if you walk in there and which my question is, where how did they get into the house? Did they go through the garage? Did they go through the back door? Alone. They were alone. Thank you. Thank you. See, the house tells us more than these other things. So how would you know? How'd they know where to get in? Yield. Why do you spell yield wrong? Why would you spell yield wrong? Because that's not, that's interesting. I'll be your hot Cheeto girl. I'll give everybody the look. Snakes, scorpions, coyotes, rabbits, it was an operation. It was an operation for sure. Yeah, see, the lights did come on in that house. And that made me, excuse me, sir. What are we doing here? Enter the noodle maker. You've been talking a lot today. What's going on with you? So, yes, the bugs. They should have seen a lot more in that house if the doors were, even if they were cracked open. But the way they made it sound was that, my question, how did they get into that house? Front door, sliding glass door? Did anybody think about that? Who's purring, Mommy's angel? No. That's my question. Was it through the sliding glass door? Because it's highlighted by the energy of the house. So did they go through the sliding glass door? Because as far as I know, and I've looked, the front door had been locked from the inside. But they said that the house was unlocked, propped open, and that the cops or the sheriff's department didn't do anything like that. I think they didn't feel this was going to blow up as big as what it did. Honestly, that's what I'm thinking. Hello. Who are you and what are you? Where were you on the night of the 24th? I don't know. Look at these hands. Where's my baby? So there's just some weird stuff. Yes, this is your man, Captain Jerry. This is the noodle maker. See, there's no shadows here. We don't have to worry. I'll be getting rid of them things when we get off here. We got rid of some. But this is concerning for me. But because there's two, listen, my dear friends, there's two layers in this. Excuse me, no eating the hair like your mother. There's two layers. Did you know that I'm allergic to you? See, that's another thing. They took the indoor camera, the one I don't know, but it wouldn't matter because those images took what? or took whom, because, pardon me, those images would still be on a cloud. And I've always said that there's an image that we're not being shown. But here's another thing. I've got to tell you this. I've said right from the word go. How did Savannah know that they took her mother without shoes and with her jammies on? Because when I saw her, she was half dressed. And then she sat in the chair. I don't believe anybody can take anybody's soul. But they can certainly take someone's life. And that is the sad part. Thank you so much, my darlings. There's you see, here's the thing. There are three parallel stories going on here. The parallel story is throw up our hands. We have no idea. It could be the neighbor who made a pot of soup that came over one day and didn't like the parsley that was put in the soup, so they took Nancy. Then the other story is, well, maybe Nancy ticked somebody off. Jam. Is that a door jam? And then Nancy ticked somebody off and they came and got her. But I do know those searches that were on trends of the Google. And those started back in December, maybe even earlier, looking for Nancy. The theory that I subscribe to is that of the island guys, sort of kind of people. Sound. The sound of what? Silence? What sound? Is there a sound? So this is all over. I know what I saw on the last remote view. I saw someone come in there for her. I saw her in that chair. We got a confirmation of that from the house energy tonight. I'll stand by what I saw. But they said the doors were open, propped open by flower pots that Nancy had. That's the story. That's the story. I don't know if she was gone when she was in the chair. She wasn't moving. And that's when I saw there was panic. That's when I saw there was panic. And I just believe that this little plot, agenda went wrong. Are you going to get down, brother? Yeah or no? And I just think that it went wrong. And that's what I'm getting. I do not believe her hands were zipped. I do not see that she was sedated. My team says that that is not part of the evidence that she was. There's no way that you can tell, even by a pacemaker. No. I do not believe she went by airplane, anything else. Shadows. See, they're there. They were put there for a reason. And I believe there was a separate agenda long ago. What could it be for? It could be for many things. It could just, seriously, it could just be for many things. I'm not going to say because I'm not going to accuse anybody here on this channel. So there you go, my darlings. Shadows. And that's what we end up with tonight. We've been on here 2 hours and 15 minutes. And I need to take care of them. No, that's okay. If anybody sends me emails, I don't see them because they're like tucked. I don't go on that because I've had 2 people try to take over my channel, and I don't have a business email. I don't have any email that anybody can contact me, and I'm sorry, but I just have to be real careful. I don't have any fear because they weren't sent by me, and they're confused. Why the heck is she here? But that I will not get off this now, because now I know I saw the shadows because they're peeking around corners at me. And unfortunately, they did their job because they were there to, you know how, what was his name? Juan Kenobi or whatever his name is, where you swiped in front of your face and it's just like, oh, okay. Well, they wanted to look, the crime scene, first all, no. And they let it be trampled with. That's a problem. Obi-Wan Kenobi, right. And yes, people do that. People do that. And yes, it happens to Christians. Tolerate. That's right. They tolerate. So I'm not afraid. I don't think the house is afraid. I'll remain with the house. Just like John O'Keefe, my darlings. I'm going to tell you this, a little story about John O'Keefe. For those of you who don't know, John O'Keefe was a Boston police officer that went to a party with his girlfriend, Karen Reed, January 29th. Actually, January 29th, just right after midnight. And the party was at a fellow Boston police officer's home. Something happened, and John ended up on the front lawn in the snow, right by the road, that looked pretty beat up. I read on the case. I didn't say too much, but then I believe it was Christmas Eve, or it was either Christmas Eve or the day after Christmas. I got a little visit from that energy, and that energy of that house showed me things. That will stay with me until that case is closed. This will stay with me until this case, or until the house says, move on, and I will do that. Yes, John, we had many live streams about John's energy, and he told us a lot of things. That video is on here on my playlist. If you want to see, just look up, I had a visit. I woke right up and made a stream out of it. So I'm sitting in my bed looking haphazard. And that was like 2 years ago. So this will stay until I'm told to buzz off, and that I will. I have no business wanting, oh no, I must stay with you. No, who am I? So that I will do that. But shadows are there to perform many things. When they are sent to people like that, nothing cares, and you don't have to worry, I'm fine. Nothing's getting in. Nothing's getting in. There's another case that I want to share with you, and that is the case of Janet Downing. Eddie O'Brien was 15 years old. He was convicted for Christmas Eve morning. First time. Yeah, I think it was that, Aunt BB. I think so. I'm going to be going on another channel, and we're going to be talking, and I'm going to visit that crime scene. And Kevy Kev, if you're here, or Jay or JFK, any of you dear sweet people, please say hello, because when I get that highlight of when I will be advertising it here on the channel, and I would like to have you all come here. All come. Lynette, I haven't been there yet, but we just may end up going to the Bahamas and taking a look at where Lynette is. Bless her heart. Yeah, Janet Downing, this young man at 15 years old is now 30 years older. He's now 45, 46 years old. He's been in prison, and he maintains that he is innocent. And there's a lot of proof that he is. So we'll have to see. The Innocence Project is involved. There's many lawyers involved. We don't know. But I'm going to take a look at that crime scene just like I'm looking at Nancy's house. I'm going to ask for the energy of Janet's house. So if you come on over there, outdoor, yeah. If you come on over there, when the time has come, you're going to, and you never know. We kind of dance around, and you might even see me play a little bit of air guitar to a song by Kiss or something. You don't know. We may dance, we may sing, we may play the air guitar. Who knows? The reason I'm going to be there is to look into that. We can have a remote view on Lynette Hooker. We'll go to the Bahamas and scout around. There's something up with that one too. So anyway, my darlings, give me a second. Yeah, we could do it simultaneously. How's that? We could do that simultaneously. We certainly could. This is Memorial Day weekend, and I pray that each and every one of you will remain safe. Watch the sky. Watch the water. Many things, my darlings, just watch. I think you're worldwide. That's absolutely correct. Watch and see. I think we're on the brink of something big. Oops. I think we're on the brink of something big. Give me a second. I'm trying to look for something. Maybe. Okay. Let me see here. Anywho. So, my darlings, I'm going to go have a cup of coffee. I'm going to have a drink, and then I'm going to talk to the house about what it wants me to do. And people have been asking me to go over to A&T's house. I'm not so sure I want to tangle with that energy. Pardon me right now. But we'll see. You never know. We'll see. We'll never know. Let me get rid of this so I can say goodbye to you properly, my darlings. I'm cutting that off. So I want to thank you once again. Do me a favor and look in the description and see all the channels. And we would love it if you would just come over and subscribe. It costs nothing. We're not asking anything but subscribe and check out the videos. Check out the Doria. She's been in the chat. Check out Lord Greggor. He was in the chat. He told me. I saw him. He didn't say anything, but he watches over me. And come by and say hello and listen and look at all these new trailers. I'm going to keep you posted on the new member site. I'll keep you posted on Lord Greggor's new member site. And I just want you all to have a wonderful time. It's a holiday. It's kicking off the summer months, and I think it's wonderful. So do me this favor, my darlings. Be good and be kind to each other, and I know that you are because that's why you're here. And if nothing more, I'll see you very, very soon. Thursday night for the second episode of Help, I'm Haunted Season 2. Batten the hatches because this one's going to be good. I'll see you soon, my darlings. Bye for now. They'll tell you the facts are clear, but the truth always flickers between the lines. In every shadow, there's a secret that refuses to stay buried. Clues hide in symbols, and sometimes even fate won't show its hand. Voices echo not just from the living, but from the silence they leave behind. I'm Lady Zelda. This is Seeing Crime, where what's hidden doesn't stay hidden for long. Until next time, keep watching.